Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. So we have some in-hand images of NPM 15 Decepticon Brawl. And as you can tell by the title, I'm thinking this is probably going to be one of, if not the greatest movie masterpiece figure Hasbro and Takara have ever produced, and probably one of the best masterpiece figures in general, whether you're talking about G1 cartoon or Beast Wars or the movies. In general, this looks like one of the best. Accessory-wise, engineering-wise, the paint, the sculpt of this guy, it is just absolutely impeccable. Now, of course, there's going to be some minor flaws that aren't too accurate to the CG design when you compare the two, yes. It's going to be like that no matter what, so I can't fault it for that. That's basically the only thing they could basically, like, nitpick on this figure for, because other than that, it's so freaking amazing. Like, somebody who grew up with the first 2007 movie, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I saw the first movie the day it came out. I think it was like, July 3rd of 2007. I was in the theater. I was a little kid, and I was just in awe with the action and the big robots and the transformation scenes and the sound design of the film. It was just fantastic all the way around, and still is in many ways for today's standards. So just seeing one of my favorite personal Bayverse designs done with so much justice in plastic physical form is just freaking insane to look at, especially when you see the images when the person that got this figure in hand, which, by the way, who sent these images in? This is TFW 2005 board member, the Dapper Scrapper. Pretty funny username there. But when you compare it to the original 2007 Deluxe, like, this is what little kid me had for a Brawl. Like, I had this figure, the Deluxe Class Brawl. I remember I used to keep bothering my mom to put the pieces back on, because I used to keep popping off the shoulder guns there that are on ball joints. I kept popping off a bunch of different pieces on this figure, and I kept going to my mom to put them back on for me, and she was getting pissed and annoyed. So that's one of those memories with this guy. But just looking at it, you know, comparing the masterpiece with the first ever official release of Movieverse Brawl, it's just so crazy where toy designs have come. Now, granted, yes, this is a masterpiece. It is a $160 figure, or however much this is going to cost, somewhere around there. And this was a $10 figure back in 2007. So the comparisons, obviously one is going to be better than the other. But still, though, just thinking about it in a way that, you know, this is a 17-year difference in just the world, engineering, technology, toy designs, having experience with this character and the design of this character over the last 17 years, just brings you from this deluxe class figure to this masterpiece figure. And wow, it's just fantastic to look at. And the person also compared it with the Studio Series release from 6 years ago in 2018. And again, just the leaps and bounds in design. Now, obviously, yeah, this is a $35 figure compared to a masterpiece $160 figure. But still, you know, mainline these days tries and goes for, you know, having miniature, much cheaper versions of masterpiece figures. So these are more in line with a comparison on what's better and what would be better for your money to buy one or the other. This would be more of a comparison that makes sense, I guess, even though it's still, you know, a mainline figure compared to an MP. So looking at these two, man, I mean, you could tell that they borrowed a lot of design ideas from the Studio Series figure. Like, you could just tell the Studio Series figure, because of how accurate and how kind of like smooth and straightforward that figure was, you could tell that that was sort of an outline for a future masterpiece release, especially at the time in 2018 when this figure dropped. It was a year after the movie masterpiece line started, so they were already pumping out ideas for, obviously, you know, certain movie masterpiece releases with the 2007 movie, because by that time Optimus, Bumblebee, And I think like Ironhide already came out by the time this Studio Series Brawl dropped. So yeah, you could definitely tell they were going to take aspects of this for the Masterpiece release, much like how they did with the Studio Series Leader Class Blackout, which came out that same year. Borrowed a lot of designs for the Masterpiece release just 4 years later, I think it was. So pretty interesting to look at. You know, you could just tell that they're taking certain aspects, and it's cool to compare the two, especially when one's $35 and one is around $160. So this is pretty cool to look at, definitely. And you see, he compared him next to this. I think this was like the third-party model kit, so that's pretty interesting. And there it is with the original Leader Class, but this is like the modified, oversized KO from, I think, Wei Zhang or something like that. So it's not totally 100% the original 2007 Leader, but it's close enough, and it's just crazy again to compare the two, because man, this is a figure from 17 years ago, and this is a figure nowadays in 2024. And it's still mind-boggling to me. We've had images of this guy for a few months now, and still, anytime I look at this figure, I'm like, man, this is like our definitive semi-mainline-ish release of a 2007 movie Brawl. Like, this is going to be our definitive Brawl figure for a very long time, like decades to come, probably, I'd assume, unless if they do a new Studio Series version, which definitely isn't out of the question, because I'd assume they're open to redoing that Brawl with some more modern engineering that we've seen in recent years with Studio Series, you know, ankle pivot, wrist swivel, getting rid of his third leg there, if you know what I mean, with the Studio Series figure. So it wouldn't surprise me, especially with this new Masterpiece release right here. They could take aspects from that figure. It would be kind of a funny reverse situation where the Masterpiece took inspiration from the Studio Series design, and then a future new Studio Series figure would take inspiration from the new Masterpiece design. So that would be interesting to see. But again, comparing it with the original Leader Class, or a version of it, it's pretty crazy to see, you know, what changed and what's new and how much better they've gotten with these movie figure releases. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. A lot of accessories with this guy too. I can't remember if the missiles are removable. My one issue with this figure, just from the images, is the missiles are like this bright yellow. I don't remember the movie missiles being that bright of a yellow. Maybe they were, and I'm just like not remembering things correctly. That's basically my only little gripe with this guy, I guess. And I'm not sure if the missiles are removable either, but who knows? We'll find out soon enough. I think Prime vs. Prime has this, so we're going to be seeing a review of this guy very soon. So yeah, I'm digging the blast effects, digging the accessories, the look of this guy. Cannot wait to get my hands on this figure later on this year. Let me know down in the comments below. What do y'all think about this Brawl release? Do you love it? Do you hate it? All my social medias are linked down below. My email is also linked down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to subscribe to my new Patreon link down below. It's got tons of exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube or anywhere else, such as exclusive stop motions, Transformers photography. You guys get 1 week access before everybody else here on YouTube to my stop motion films. You guys get Discord access, exclusive music and music snippets of my stop motion films. You guys get behind the scenes of projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, photography, stop motions, and videos. So if you guys want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!